Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with my shout out Sunday. And I'm going to start with a story. I should have checked my comments a lot sooner on my Friday video because, yeah, my Friday video I uploaded the wrong video and it was a repeat. So I have now added a second Friday video that is updated. I will probably put a post about that too. But yeah, that's the kind of goof I am. Anyway, my Sunday shout out, I'm going to start with kind of who I knew first, who I was subscribed first, but she has a very big channel, but she can always be bigger, right? Ola Jo, the crocheting sailor. She was in the Navy, if you didn't know. If you are in the military or retired military and you are a content creator like Renee Unraveled, please, which I know she already has, Renee has, please contact Ola Jo about a special group she's doing with just people that fit both of those, retired or currently serving in the military and a content creator on YouTube. So Ola Jo is such an incredibly lovely soul. Where I first found her was on Bag a Day Crochet. Bag a Day Crochet has her as a moderator. And if you know anything about Bag a Day, Crystal, you know to be one of her moderators, you need to be a very trustworthy soul. So as far as I know, her moderators are Rose likes to crochet or loves to crochet, who does a ton of charity work for a domestic violence shelter called Wings. And I'll just group her in there too. I'll put a shout out underneath about her, but she's lovely. Please go and subscribe to her because that helps her support her. And you can make items to donate as well. But each month is a different thing that the shelter is looking for. Anyway, Ola Jo. So I started watching Ola Jo's content. I really enjoy Ola Jo. She does lives. She does videos. She's a Furls affiliate. This Furls right here is something I won randomly in a live stream. I will show it to you. It's beautiful. That's an H hook. It's the copper color. Now I have this color. It's not in its box. This one's from Deb Morgana. They're both 5mm, which again, I use 5mm a lot. So I don't know if they're different metals or what, but this one feels just a touch lighter than not copper, the one that's not in the box. Anyway, not that Ola Jo does some giveaways. It's not her main thing, but she does giveaways kind of randomly in her lives, by the way. Keep an eye on that. But she has Nightbot programmed to pick with a particular command that her moderators are supposed to put in. Anyway, she's wonderful. Please go support her. And I think she's been really instrumental in getting my name out there, partially, but predominantly because of the world map blanket that I did. I probably need to make a playlist just of the map blanket stuff. But anyway, I do plan on making another one of those, and I will be showing that again. But that graph grid is available for you to do however you want. So now I have made it as a corner-to-corner baby blanket, and I made it as a square, a 7-inch by 7-inch square. So I've made it with mixed weight yarns because that's a thing I do. And then I made the square with a Big Twist Menagerie. So that's a 3-weight DK yarn. What is that? 8-ply, I think. I think that's right. For the Australians. Anyway, Ola Jo is wonderful. And again, specifically, if you are military, retired military, and you create content on YouTube, please contact her through whatever email, and then let her know I sent you. Because she's making a group. I think it's a private group specifically for you all. Next, I'm going to talk about VJ. VIJAI. I think her actual name is Virginia. Don't quote me on that. VJ has 2 channels, but I'm going to just promote. I love her other channel, but I'm not sure everyone here would love her other channel because it's very political action oriented is what that channel is. So the one I'm promoting here today is VJ Crochet. Right. Let's make sure that's the right name. Oh, I'm going to leave Yes Michelle there because that's our next one we're going to talk about. Okay. Sorry. It is called capital JAI apostrophe S VJ's Crochet. Obviously in the tag, the @ it doesn't have the apostrophe. So VJ's Crochet. She does make-alongs and charity work. She shows everyone's work and like promotes people's work and everything. On Mondays, it's make-along Monday, so that's charity or make-alongs. Wednesdays are these are all lives. Wednesdays, Whip It Wednesday. So if you have whips, works in progress, don't send her whips. I know, really ridiculous sound effect there. But anyway, you can join her Facebook group. Probably, I don't know if she's figured out how to do the community part because that is tricky if you're trying to show it during a live. So anyway, and then on Fridays, she does finished objects Fridays. And it does not have to be crochet or knit. It can be diamond painting. It can be art. It can be whatever, finished object or works in progress that you're working on. She's not picky that way. I'm going to move that because it's distracting me because, yeah, I'm very distractible. So VJ, I watch her as often as I can. The days she's on tend to be days I can watch. And she's in the afternoon, slightly different times during the day, but she watches her granddaughter a lot. So that's sometimes that gets in the way a little bit. On VJ's channel, now VJ and Ola Jo are, from what I can tell, pretty close. However, VJ and the next content creator are very, very close. VJ refers to her as her cousin. I don't know if that's literal or figurative. I think she also refers to Ola Jo as her cousin. So again, I don't know if it's literal or figurative, but they are all very close. The next content creator I want to talk about is Yes Michelle Crochets. Let me make sure that's the right name exactly. Yes Michelle Crochets. Yeah, that's exactly it. So all of these people will be linked below. But Yes Michelle just hit her 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure she could use some watch hours. What she does, instead of doing traditional lives, whereas VJ's pretty much all lives, Ola Jo's all the things, Yes Michelle does all of her videos as premieres. So it's like you're not necessarily interacting with her like while she's talking, but she premieres it and she's in the chat to talk with you about what's on the video. So it's like that time I had to do that for a live instead of doing a live. I'm so sorry. I apologize. She does the premieres, and it's, as far as I can tell, it's she does other videos too, by the way. But those premiere lives for her, so again, you're interacting with her if you catch the premiere, and it's always like scheduled, you can see it. You can interact with her that way, which is really cool. That's where I saw someone doing that regularly, and I like it. I like it. I don't know if I am organized enough to do that regularly. That sounds like an electric vehicle. It sounds like our car. I bet it's the two houses up because they have an EV. They have such a distinct sound, electric vehicles. Anyway, so and then in with this group of ladies, I'm going to mention Kitty Lane, Create and Relate, Create with a K. Again, all of these folks will be linked in below. I believe I found Kitty while watching Ola Jo, or she found me. I don't remember, but it's been a while. It is wild how many things Kitty and I have, Kitty Lane, Create and Relate, how many things we have in common. Now, she's obviously lived a very different life than me, but there's some strange things that we have, not typical things to have in common that we have in common. She's less than 10 years older than me. She watches her grandkids, I can't remember if it's one or two, pretty much every day. And she's just very authentic. That's what I want to say about every one of these ladies. They are all so authentic, real, supportive. They care about everyone and support everyone. And I truly, truly care about all of them. I don't know them. Kitty, I know a little more personally. We have exchanged, we've had phone calls, we've had emails and stuff. She and I chat typically via email, but like I said, there have been phone calls too. But I feel like I know Michelle. I really feel like I know VJ, and I feel like I know Ola Jo. which is the most interesting because her channel is so much larger. But these ladies, they're just all so amazing. I really, really want you to go and subscribe to them. And for Michelle, especially, yes, Michelle Crochets, I'm going to, and Kitty Lane. Kitty can use some subscribers. I'm sure, yes, Michelle needs some watch hours. But I want to see all of these ladies' channels grow. It doesn't matter that Ola Joe's already big. A lot of you probably already watch her, but you might not know these others. So I enjoy them all very much. And that's sincere. I care about every single one of them and their well-being. Ola Joe has a whole variety of things that are not necessarily crochet related too. So I know I've said a lot, but I actually truly care about these ladies. So I wanted to add here just something fun. Some of this you're going to see in Sunday nights live with my stepdaughter. I need to advertise that again. But I got another Temu haul. Some you're going to not see until Sunday night. But I got some more diamond paintings. So this turns into a box. So you diamond paint the one side, and then you put the box together. Because I would prefer, okay, I'm all about upcycling, but I could use a nicer box than this. That's just one example. I mean, I have this one too. I accidentally grabbed some. So again, I recycle, reuse. I reuse. I try to reuse and repurpose as much as I possibly can. Anyway, but I thought this would be fun because diamond painting with a purpose, and there's another one. This one has all four sides and everything. Well, there's a drop. All right. I'm not even live. There's a drop. Okay, so here's all these. It's beautiful. It's like a water lily or something. I just like this mandala. This is the kind of thing, it would be fun to try to make a crochet pattern for that. So let me get this one back together, and part of it's coming apart. Let me see if I've got a plastic. I know I do. Yeah. We're going to steal. How do I not have a plastic bag around here? How is that possible? All right. Can I use this? Yes. I'll use this, and I'll talk about this situation over here. All right. I'm going to put this in here. I just don't want to lose any parts. I'll probably I might work on this Sunday night or tonight when you're seeing this video, because I need a box. One of my nails just popped off. I need to. Anyway, looks like I'm flashing signs now. Sorry, but I have glue. It's fine. I'll get them back on. So these are these ornaments. No, these are magnets, and you can't see it in the cellophane. I apologize. I'm knocking stuff around. I apologize. That's my litter robot going. It gives the cats a certain amount of time before. So this tells you it's number 9. This is interesting. So this one has some maybe different shapes, because A seems to be stars. So that's going to be interesting. I've never done any with different shapes. Paula McNally from Northern Ireland. Narn. I really don't say it right. My husband was trying to get me to pronounce flour. You know, the stuff you use to make bread. Flour. That's how they say it, but I guarantee I'm not saying it very well. Anyway, from Northern Ireland. She talked about different shaped drills, and I haven't used them yet. So I'm assuming, let's look. Yeah, sure enough. There's little stars. That's exciting. That's really exciting. There's 2 different colors of stars too. All right. And so then there's that kit, and there's a whole bunch. I'm going to make this video too long if I do everything. So I think that's as much as I'm going to show you from Temu tonight, or today. This is Sunday morning that you're seeing this. Now I'm going to do the rest later. So I showed you that. And I put that there. Put that. Okay. So I showed you that. Okay, so all the rest of this Temu stuff I will show you on Tuesday. There are stitch markers in here, but the fact that it came in this cute little container, love it. You get to see all of that. There's a lot. You can see that you're going to get to see. It's a Christmas present. I have a whole bag of Christmas presents too. But let me talk about this before I go. Oh my gosh. And there's this too. Yeah, we'll do that next time. I'm not sure if this broke or if it was supposed to be this way, but I think this broke. I think I need to glue this together. And then this slides on. And then I think I need to glue this on because I can't figure out, it doesn't look broken, but I can't figure out how to get them to go together. And there wasn't anything else in the thing. But this is a yarn genie. So you put your ball of yarn. That's why we need the pointy end. So hopefully I'll have that glued together by Tuesday. And then you're going to see the rest of that on Tuesday. More. See, this is why I stopped. All right, we're already quite a long time. So here's who I want you to go subscribe to if you're not already. Ola Joe, the Crocheting Sailor, VJ's Crochet, Yes Michelle Crochets, and Kitty Lane Create and Relate. All of them will be linked below. And you know, all my mods are linked as always. Thank you so much for coming in. And can I get an amen?